The Ndebele initiation ceremony usually takes place once every 3 years, but this specific initiation season was delayed by an additional year due to COVID-19. Boys from the ages of 15 and upward are allowed to participate in the process. In this village of Manyebatwana in Mpumalanga, 15-year-old Nkolisi Skosana is preparing to embark on a 2-month journey towards manhood. A grass ball called Usonyana dangles from his head as a sign of his position. He needs to collect sticks to build a kraal in his home, where he will now have to sleep for 2 weeks before departing. From this moment onward, Skosana and other initiates have to chant before entering any household in the village. And after building the kraal, they're also no longer allowed into the house or to speak to any females. This kraal will now be their place of solitude on rainy, cold, and hot days. And from now on, the boys are under the care of the initiates, their fathers, and other males in the family who have gone through the same process. One last step before Mkolisi is allowed to depart, though, is asking for the blessing of his grandfather. Once this is granted, he will chant with them for approval, offering gifts such as blankets, food, and chibuku, or traditional beer, to bless his journey and encourage him. Once all these requirements have been satisfied, the boy can finally tackle the Ndebele passage into becoming a man.
Ngoba ngifuna ukuqeda isiko lekhaya lamaNdebele. Lithinta khulu ngoba siyakhamba siyentabeni sokuwela ithi sibuya simadoda.
This starts with him being collected by a group of his fellow initiates to go to the chief's house before they will disappear into the mountains for several weeks. It's now been many weeks later, and the Friday morning of the initiate's return has finally arrived. People of Mashiding village in Mpumalanga have lined up on their dusty streets, bursting into cries of joy and relief as young men slowly start appearing on parade at sunrise. Kuluma Mahlangu, the head of the Nzunza Somalakazi royal household, explained the importance of initiation for boys to transition to manhood.
Umntwana ongamele ingoma isiko lamaNdebele lokukhulisa abantwana lonyaka. Namhlanje siyagidinga ukubuya kwabantwana esibethethe siyobakhulisa ukubafundisa isintu, ukuziphatha, ukuba lisokana ukuthi awulisokana kumele uziphathe njani, ukusiphi isigaba. Sibafundisa into zekhaya mntwana kwethu ukuthi ngakwethu uziphatha njani nawuyindoda. Nawufika ekhaya kumele ube umuntu onjani. Ungafika ekhaya uyokuphenduka umuntu onjani njani, uphendukelela abazali, uthi uzifuna uzenza ngendlela ofuna ukuthi wena uyindoda ungasiyindoda. Ngoba siyabafundisa ukuthi indoda ngenomuzi. Umntwana olusokana osahlala ekhaya usathunywa usesemntwana. And nabafika le nababuyako kumele babuyele kuphi esikolweni, ebekafunda abuyele esikolweni. Ekade aberega abuyele emberegweni. Injalo mntwana. Ingoma esichamisa amaNdebele ibaluleke khulu mntwana kwethu ekukhuliseni umntwana. Lokuthi umntwana uthoma amncane. Umntwana nakamncane akabi nediscipline mntwana kwethu. Mara nasele akhula kufika esigabeni sokuthi abe lisokana, kulana simthatha khona siyomkhulisa, siyomfundisa ukuthi nje sokulesi isigaba uyokuphila lepilo, awusaphilile yapilo engathi uyiphile ekuthomeni.
The parents expect their boys to return respectfully, finish their studies, and become responsible members of society.
Into engilindeleko kuye ngilinde afunde aqede isikolo la kusiya khona akwazi naye abe nomuzi nabakhe abantwana abafundise ngendlela le akhule ngayo ngoba aqala muthi ngesikhethu siberega ngesiko lesikhethu ngoba walahla isiko lesikhethu then ayikho into sokulungela.
Ngilindele khulukhulu ngilindele ihlonipho. Ngilindele ihlonipho and nabuyele ukuthi esikoleni angathi ngoba sekukhulile alusaya esikoleni bokujama endleleni bakhuthaza babamba abantu kunzi benzeni. And ngilindele ukuthi naqedile esikoleni bese uyathatha basihlalisana.
But before all of this, they're allowed to break into separate groups for celebrations and the receiving of gifts at their individual homesteads. Perhaps none were more relieved about the young men returning home safe than their mothers, who were overjoyed that their boys returned healthy and alive and as men.
Inkolisi lo nginenyanga embili ngingamboni. Namhlanje singimbonile. Ngijabule khulu, ngithabe khulu. Nokuthokoza ngiyathokoza, ngithokoza bobaba namasokana abahugi ekade bamhlogomele.
Ngikhuluma iqiniso bekungalaleki. Ene ihliziyo le beyingakathabi kuhle. Khona nanoma akhambile bekuba nespace ukuthi awa nje kuyabonakala ukuthi akekho ekhayapha.
And though there have been concerns in other parts of the country recently, the people of Mashiding have even more reason to celebrate, since there were no reports of death or injuries during this initiation season.
Ingoma siyazi nenkinga thina unyaka lo sikhambe kuhle khulu akunamntwana olimeleko akunamntwana osele phesheya siye nabo njengobana abanjalo yekho nenceba banonile bajabulisa yekho umntwana ongabe uze nokugula usuka nakho phesheya siye nabo kurefe kuphelele akukho ngathi joda ngakho.